What's up, Capricorn? Okay, my friends, we're going to talk a little bit about your creative style and what makes you tick, what works for you all, how can we amplify that, and also how can we mitigate maybe some challenges that you all experience, okay? Right off the bat, let's talk about how you all are a cardinal sign. You are an earth sign, and you are governed by Saturn, which is the Roman god of time and karma. You're an incredibly self-disciplined sign, and you occupy the 10th house in the zodiac of achieving one's goals, career, social status, and fame. You're actually my favorite sign as writers because not only are you all naturally expansive, and world builders in general, not only are you naturally expansive and able to compose really, your prose is enviable. You all are super dedicated to your craft, whatever genre you occupy. But you're a tireless sign and you'll work yourselves to the bone for your art. So game recognizes game. I just have so much respect for a Capricorn that has found their lane and really knows what they're about because just nothing can stop them. It's pretty cool, actually. So on the other hand, though, you all fully expect to see the return on your investment within a reasonable time frame. Now, that can be with relationships, meaning with your partners and even your friends, because time is money. So whenever you all schedule an outing with someone, it's like we need to accomplish something very specific. Like I need to know what our goal is because that's where that cardinal sign part of you is coming in. But also Saturn's influence is like time is money. I need to see an ROI, return on investment, right? So you all really think very efficiently. We can set our clocks by you, and you have to kind of schedule in fun, or time to be with your partners. And you typically meet partners and friends on the job. So you actually share a lot of the same values, and people who probably aren't going to question or side eye you too much, but it's like, well, I'm working. And it's like, of course you are. We're all working. We're all kind of in the same area or career industry. We're all kind of in the same boat here. So you appreciate people who appreciate what it takes for you to do whatever it is that you have to do. So believe it or not, Capricorn, you have a similar issue to Scorpio in that it's actually not about your skill level that will make you the type of storyteller or world builder capable of withstanding the test of time, like Khalil Gibran, Alan Watts, Rod Serling, and Zora Neale Hurston. It's about reminding yourself that work isn't all there is to life. And you have to occasionally get out there and have experiences in order to write about them or to world build. The art of world building is going to come through your worldview, your personal worldview, not just your aesthetic or how something looks, but your experiences are going to shape the world within, right? So long story short, you all are the poster children for it takes work to make work. But if you all don't let your inner baby goat in pajamas out every now and then and let that nougaty center of yours that you don't want anybody to know about, if you don't let that out every now and then, to not just play, but also investigate, be curious, meet other people, have a hobby that's not work related, go to an amusement park. If you don't allow yourself to just enjoy a little bit of entropy or cacophony every now and then, you won't have really anything to write about or talk about or tell about if you don't have experiences, if you're just regurgitating the same material over and over again. Let's put it this way. Okay, so if you are an anime fan, I know that there are a lot of weebs out there who are really just into canon events from, say, a manga, and they want to see that translated to the anime, right? So there are types of episodes called filler where it's like you guys can just skip like episodes. You can just skip episodes 59 through 110 because all that is just it's just filler. They're just doing everything is pointless. There's no battles. The story isn't there. They're just like doing side missions and like hanging out and eating ramen or whatever. You can just skip all that. And even if there are canon events that people just don't like, they don't think that it's pertinent to the story because they just have an issue with girls or whatever. Like the one thing that makes me laugh is in One Piece, the arc where there's a time skip and we see what Luffy is doing the entire time he's not with his crew. He's hanging out on an Amazon island, and he's kind of asexual. So the Amazons don't really tempt him. They would the way they would say Sanji. But that whole arc is like dudes like, oh, the Amazons are stupid, and it's like, because they're women. Like, what is your problem? So my point is the people out there who are really actually adept at storytelling and world building understand that life isn't just battle after battle and then you meet the final boss. You have to like characters that you want to grow old with and follow and find more out about, like you're gonna have to have some filler in there on occasion, and it's good to get to know those characters and their likes and dislikes because that's how life is, right? But people who just want the bare bones story, it's like, you know what, maybe you should just stick with the manga because the anime is about, adding dimension, not just coloring in the lines. It's about adding dimension to a series that already exists, and it's for everybody. It's for a wider audience to enjoy. So people tend to like, little slice of life things in there. Just let us up for air every now and then. I'll tell you what, Tolkien is he's obviously one of the world's favorite thinkers and authors and world builders because people are still regurgitating his work to this day. He was a Capricorn. So was C.S. Lewis, by the way, and they were besties. So anyway, the nice thing about Tolkien is that every now and then the hobbits would like sit down and have a meal together. They would break bread together and just pump the brakes and like just take a minute. So you got a chance to see them doing things that everyday people would do. So we're reminded about what we are fighting for and why these relationships mean so much to one another. Every now and then we're going to pump the brakes and hang out with some elves, and get a glow up. Every now and then we're going to be in a cave and we're going to sing a song together. And we're going to eat our little meal and we're going to sing a little song together before we go to bed, right? It's like that kind of vibe to remind us that it's not just about the battle. The question that I often ask cardinal signs, because you all have this directive of go, 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 and you all are the fathers of the zodiac, no matter your gender. So even women come through as this sort of patriarchal, they tend to have conventional patriarchal values or attitudes towards work, and what we have to show for ourselves, right? My question to cardinal signs, particularly the hoofed signs like Aries and yourselves, is like, who are you without the war? Who are you when it's time to take your armor off and the war is over with? Who are you during peace times? And if you get agitated because you're not being stimulated and you haven't, your nervous system is hardwired to just react to stress all the time. Yeah, world building is designed to be pleasurable. It's supposed to be something that you enjoy for the most part. I'm not saying that there isn't struggle to it, but it's like go get a hobby that's not job related. Go find some filler. Make sure you pencil in time to live. Go make some friends who are not at work. Trust me, your world will flourish and people notice the difference. They will notice the difference in the quality of your writing if you schedule some time for fun. So your card that you got, your Story World Oracle card that you all got, is the Soulmates card. An intense bond blooms, restoring faith in destined love and deep connection. This would be a really good time for you all to, if you have a significant other, spend some time with them. Take a break and go on a field trip. And spend some time pair bonding with the person who is holding you down in other areas of your life so you can work to the degree that you like to work. You all aren't bad people if you're not working. And I think that's something that you all have to remember. Not working doesn't mean you're bad. It means you're taking a break, right? Like, it just means that you're recovering. Recovery time is part of the process, particularly with world building as well. You got to have something to write about. So go see the world, right? The world we actually occupy. Go do some method writing. Open up to Story World and check out the method writing list. Go try one of those things and just like hang out with your partner. For those of you all who are not partnered or happily self-partnered, this would be a really good time to, you could still go take a field trip with a friend or a family member or somebody who has other interests that they can help kind of like show you around what all pleasures the world has to offer that are not work related. This would be a really good time to find a buddy and go on a field trip, okay? All right, you all, I hope you found this useful, and I'll speak to you again soon. Peace.